Hey guys, it's Jack Rutkowski here with another Money Talks podcast episode. And today's topic we will be tackling is how can universal basic income diminish the racial wealth gap? So universal basic income has been one of the leading solutions to ending the racial wealth gap, and universal basic income, or UBI, provides a minimum set amount income based on stipends that can help level the playing field. So for example, if I make $40,000 a year, and the government believes that the average pay for someone in my bracket and someone that in that field of work makes about $60,000 a year, then they're going to give me an extra $20,000 a year. And that's going to come in monthly installments, weekly installments. Basically, it's different for every person. But there's different brackets. So the more you make every year, your UBI is going to go down. And there's a certain threshold where you will no longer get UBI. So let's say it's under 60,000. So first, we need an understanding of two things, debt and income. The average income for a black person is $40,000, and that's compared to $71,000 for white. That part's not really important to this, but I just wanted to throw that out there. So just focus on $40,000 a year as your income. So debt has been compounded over generations and passed down for the black community. And I like to use this analogy, which I've used multiple times over this campaign, which it's like starting a race with one leg. So you're automatically at a disadvantage before the race has even begun. So when you're out of college and you're automatically carrying more debt than the average person, it's going to take more to close that gap than a white person, for example. So if they have this much debt and then they make this much in salary, that debt is going to be gone in a couple years. But if you have this much debt as a black person and you're making this much in salary, it's going to take more to get over that line than the average person. So for this example, let's say that our debt equals our income or around that. So let's say our debt is $39,000 and we make $40,000 a year. So simple math would tell us that if we had no other assets or liabilities, which is highly unlikely, that's impossible in this world. You have bills, you have a car, a house, or whatever. But let's just say, for example, nothing else, just to make the math very simple. So our raw net worth then would be $1,000. And then let's say that universal basic income gives us an additional $20,000 a year. Let's say we make $40,000 a year. They think that we should be making $60,000 a year. Our net worth now increases to $21,000 a year. This would mean that this would just be raw, like I said. Like if we had a car and a house, our net worth would obviously be higher because that would be the value of those. And we would obviously have more debts, more bills to pay. So UBI can be used to pay off debts, bills, buy necessities, or just give us a head start and decrease that disadvantage and helping those get a leg up. And I like to say getting a leg up because I used the analogy earlier of you're starting a race without a leg. Well, this gives you that leg that you need to do the race to get over that line. So with that being said, that was universal basic income, a quick rundown of that. I hope that you have a better understanding coming out of this episode of the Money Talks podcast. And I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. I'm Jack Rutkowski with Money Talks.